But there is another set of numbers that have hit the screen, the vehicle sales.
Yes, we have Mr. Vikram Kirloskar, the president of SIAM, joining in on the phone line to talk about that. Hi, Mr. Kirloskar. Thank you very much for joining in. I was looking at the stats which, stacked up for April-May, which is the new fiscal as compared to FY15. And what stood out was the two-wheeler sales, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they slowed quite distinctly in the months of April and May as compared to what we saw in FY15. It was a growth of 8% odd in FY15. Can you tell us whether it was attributed to, maybe the unseasonal rains, the fear of a below-average monsoon, and what's the outlook for two-wheelers in particular for the remaining part of the fiscal?
I will try my best to answer these questions, but let me just give my few overall comments. If you look at the car sales and the heavy commercial vehicles, both I think are doing strong, especially heavy commercial vehicles. I think that gives a good indication of what's happening on the infrastructure projects and movement of goods and agricultural produce. That's quite strong, and last 6 months it's been running well. Regarding light commercial vehicles and two-wheelers, both go into some amount into rural areas. Both are financed also individually. What we hear on the light commercial vehicles, maybe 2-3 reasons for the decrease. One is rural issues, maybe monsoon, irregular monsoon issues is one. Second is loans to individuals. May have been a little tough because there are individuals who are buying these light commercial vehicles for local transport. And third is also white goods have not been that strong, and many of these lighter commercial vehicles are used in cities for movement of white goods. So this is one area. On the two-wheelers, yes, I think it's last few months it has been a tough ride. And there are many stories on this, maybe not enough money going into the rural areas or the rural development programs, or I think worry about monsoon, people saving up and holding on to their resources. I think there are many issues on that side.
Okay. Your point is so the point is taken about rural slowdown, but equally people are now talking about an emerging urban consumption. Are you seeing any trends in terms of a pickup? Should we attribute the passenger car sales rise to it, and therefore is that a sustainable rise?
See, passenger car sales, I think even earlier part of the year I said we are going to see a rise, but no double digit. It's going to be in the 5-6%, with which I'll be very, very happy. And I think that's the kind of number it's panning out. Let's see how much of the rate reductions that the RBI has done actually get passed on. That may support the sales of passenger cars and heavy commercial vehicles, definitely. But I think there is some strength in the economy, and that's why we are seeing the movement, the increase in passenger cars and heavy commercial vehicles.
You began talking about exports. I'm sorry when I interrupted you.
So exports seem to be quite strong if you see the numbers as well.
Okay, what is your expectation for the entire fiscal? Will it be single-digit growth for the entire auto space, or we could possibly eke out double digits?
It's going to be double.
Double digits? Can you just break it up?
I think it's going to be single digit.
Okay. Can you just tell us what is your estimate currently for passenger cars, two-wheelers, commercial vehicles for the year?
I think all put together single digits.
Yes, but individually with commercial vehicles, for instance, be double digits. That's the one.
I think commercial vehicle double digits, passenger car single digit, 5-6%. Light commercial vehicles and two-wheelers low single digits.
Okay, but do you think that the total industry will do better than the 7.2% or lower?
Total industry, let's see. It depends a lot on the two-wheelers, because if you look in numbers, it makes the whole difference which way we are heading. But I think heavy commercial vehicles and cars may be better than 7.2.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kirloskar, we leave it on that note. Hopefully, it will be a better industry growth rate for FY